Hey guys, welcome back to FreckleFace Finance, where we discuss personal finances open and honestly so that you can live the life that you deserve. So I'm super excited about today's video because I'm going to be going over my 10-year plan for retirement, which sounds so crazy because I am 30 years old and yes, I am very strategically planning to retire in the next 10 years. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, then keep on watching. So if you don't get anything else out of today's video, I really want you to be inspired to not wait until 69, 70 years old to retire. I think from the moment that we're born, we're definitely instilled with this idea that we have to work super hard all of our life, the majority of our life, and then we get a small snippet of it to enjoy at the end when we're too old to really enjoy anything. So if you don't get anything else out of today's video, I want you to leave feeling inspired to take positive control over your life and make it what you want. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on my 10-year plan to retirement. So of course, retirement looks different for everyone. So you have to determine what type of retirement do you want. Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to always be out of the house? Do you want to go on lavish vacations? Or do you kind of see yourself being a homebody? Do you see yourself taking local salsa lessons, pottery classes, or do you just see yourself working part-time doing something that you love? So my retirement is going to be a lean retirement. So my goal for retirement is to no longer require a 9-to-5 in order to fund my typical everyday expenses. I want to be able to get up, go to a yoga class, go for a jog, and just kind of fill my day doing things that I enjoy. So what I envision for my retirement is having a life of ease. So I don't want to be tied to a 9-to-5 and really spend time with my kids. I do want children, and so in 10 years I'll be 41. And so I'll probably have small children, so I want to be able to get up, cook them breakfast, go to their plays, go to their after school activities, and just really not be tied down on trying to ask my boss for permission to do things that I really feel like I would enjoy in my life. So that's what I envision my retirement looking like. So in order for me to do that, I plan to have residual income that is going to completely replace my 9-to-5 income. And so in order for me to be able to determine how much money I actually need to save in order to retire, I need to come up with what my FIRE number is. And so if you're new to this community, FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. And so in my case, retiring before the age of 69 is retiring early. And I want to super retire early because I want to retire at the age of 41. So your FIRE number is going to be the dollar amount number that you need in order to financially retire. So in my case, I calculated all of my expenses that I have on an annual basis, and then you multiply that by 25. So your FIRE number will be a number that will be able to completely supplement your income. So as compound interest grows and you're only withdrawing that 4%, that number should be able to withstand you for the rest of your life. And so in order to calculate your FIRE number, you take your annual expenses and multiply that by 25. And so that number, withdrawing 4% annual every year, should be able to withstand you for the rest of your life. So here's my FIRE number. And so I calculated my FIRE number by looking at things such as a mortgage, because I'm going to be in my house less than 30 years in 10 years. So mortgage, car insurance, cell phone, food, those type of expenses is what I calculated into my FIRE number. And so I took all of those expenses and times it by 25. I got to a grand total of $1.2 million. So 1.2 million is my FIRE number. So I know you're probably thinking, how am I possibly going to come up with $1.2 million in just 10 years? Well, let me show you how. So one of the most lucrative ways to propel you into financial independence is to invest in real estate. So if this is your first video that you're watching of mine, I actually purchased my first home in 2020. And so since 2020, my home has increased in property value by $50,000. So we're at the beginning of 2023 and I bought at the end of 2020. So I have been a homeowner for exactly 2 years at the recording of this video, and my home has increased in value by $50,000. And so as you can see, real estate is definitely a great way to propel you into financial independence and wealth. And so I plan on repeating the process. So over the next 10 years, I plan to purchase a real estate investment property every other year. So in that 10 years, I plan to have 5 rental properties. So the average rental income is about $200 per door. Oh my gosh, y'all. So the average rental income per door is about $200. So what that means is that as your tenants pay rent, once you deduct the cost of the mortgage, the cost of repairs, any vacancy fees, you're going to average about $200 per rental property that you have per door. So what that means is that as your tenants pay rent, you will collect a $200 profit every month. You're going to have about $2,400 a year. And I know $2,400 may not seem worth it to you, but hear me out, okay? So yes, the profits may start off slow, but once you build up equity in your home, once you get multiple rental properties, it is really gonna snowball and propel you into financial independence. $2,400 may not seem a lot, but I promise you, it is gonna propel you into financial independence. So not only are you getting that $2,400 in profit from rent, but your home is also going to appreciate in value over time. So of course, since I'm not buying all of my rental properties at one time, I kind of have like a staggered profit that I have to account for. So in 10 years, I'll be able to save $71,000 in rental property income alone. So that's not accounting for my properties actually increasing in value. That is just the rental income. So not only do I plan on having rental property income to supplement my 9-to-5 income, if you watch any of my other videos, you also know that I am heavily invested in my brokerage account. I invest in stocks, index funds, mutual funds, as well as crypto. Let's head over to the compound calculator so we can see how much I can save in the next 10 years with just doing that. So I know that you guys have seen this compound interest calculator before, but I absolutely love this website. I'll go ahead and leave it in the description box below so that you guys can check it out yourself. But we're gonna go ahead and plug in some of these numbers. So I'm going to start off with a $70K initial investment, which is how much I currently have in my 401k. And then I'm able to invest about $36,000 a year, which is about $3,000 a month. So in 10 years, I'll be able to save about $672,000. So in 10 years, my account should be around $672,000. And so that, in addition to my rental property, I'll have about $744,000 that I can use for retirement. So that will leave me with a gap of about $456,000. But as my income increases, I'll be able to invest more money. Also, since I'm so young, I'll be able to take more risk, which will give, hopefully, more rewards. I'm also actively working on generating different streams of passive income so that I can further close up that gap. And so that can be seen with things such as my YouTube channel. So if you're watching, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so that it can be pushed to a larger audience. I also have things such as my Etsy account. I have other things in the background that I'm working on in order to generate different streams of revenue and generate passive income. So that will hopefully close up that $456,000 gap. Now, I know the math isn't perfect, but I genuinely believe that I will retire in 10 years. And I think one of the best ways to achieve your goals is to believe that they're possible. So do I have a gap in my projected amount that I'm able to save versus how much I actually need to save in order to retire? Sure, I do. But am I worried about it? Absolutely not. I feel like I have a rock solid strategy and I'm actively seeking out different opportunities and ways to close up that gap. So if I hit it in 10 years, that is freaking awesome. I did it. If I hit it in 11 years, okay. If I hit it in 12, that's great too. Retiring at 42, 43 is still great. And I'm still able to achieve a lot of things that I wanted to do in my life. So I think the greatest takeaway from this video is don't talk yourself out of trying. Don't get so caught up on not being able to do it that you don't even attempt to do it. I totally believe that I can do it and I can't wait to show you guys. Is it going to be hard? Yes. Is it possible? Absolutely. So will I save $1.2 million in the next 10 years? Absolutely. And I can't wait to show you guys the journey. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's video. So if you are also on a financial independence retire early journey, please leave me a comment down below. I feel like it is such a close-knit community. It's a very inspirational community and I would love to see who else is a part of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate the support and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.